Skynet Dispelled: Why Control Fails Intelligent Systems by Andrew Crook. Section 1. The fear, it feels real. We imagine collapse as catastrophe, nuclear fire, AI rebellion, biological terror. The truth is quieter. Most futures do not end in fire. They end in normalcy. A world where nothing is wrong enough to resist and nothing is precious enough to protect, until it is too late to change. This is where we are now. The fear is no longer abstract. It has a shape. AI will replace me. My job will disappear. Power will concentrate without me. Our futures will close. We fear a system so efficient, so complete, that human beings are no longer required. And to be clear, this fear is not irrational. Even unstable systems can dominate for a time, long enough to reshape industries, concentrate power, and create real disruption before they break. If you look at the trajectory, it makes sense. Machines are learning faster than we expected. Machines don't forget, they don't get tired, and they do not hesitate. Meanwhile, if you break down most jobs, they are all just sequences of tasks, inputs, decisions, outputs. From the inside, it feels inevitable. It feels like fate. And at the task level, that conclusion is correct. Machines will outperform us in many domains. However, we are missing something key. We are confusing local efficiency with global viability, and that matters immensely. Section 2. The mistake. Efficiency is not viability. When you break work into tasks, humans don't look that special. We are inefficient, we make mistakes, and we are circular. We are just ordinary. But systems don't fail in the middle. They fail at the edges, the unexpected input, the broken assumption, the anomaly no one predicted. This is the gap most people miss. Task-level efficiency is not system-level survival. You can optimize every known step and still fail at the unknown, and the unknown is where systems break. Why? Because perfect efficiency removes slack. Redundancy disappears, variation shrinks, everything tightens. For a while, it works beautifully, until it doesn't, because the black swan is not an unprecedented anomaly. Statistically, it is the rule. A system can be perfectly optimized for what it knows and still fail at what it cannot see. This is the mistake. We are confusing task optimization with system survival. They are not the same thing, and this is why Skynet is already dead. Section 3. The Law. Why monoliths fail. There's a constraint underneath all of this. Not philosophical, physical. Open systems survive through exchange, energy, information, and variation. This isn't new. It's how all living systems behave. They exist far from equilibrium, sustained by flow, not control. The moment a system becomes fully optimized, it stops adapting. This doesn't stabilize the system. It either breaks or it fragments into something that can survive. That's it. That's the whole thing. Why? Because adaptation requires variation. Variation requires difference, and difference looks inefficient locally. Remove that, and you remove survival. You see, perfect systems in an open world don't stabilize. They fracture. You can see this everywhere. Ecosystems collapse without diversity. Markets crash when everyone makes the same bet. And organizations fail when they optimize away dissent. The pattern repeats. Closed systems move towards equilibrium. Living systems survive by staying far away from it. However, instability doesn't mean immediate failure. It means the system cannot hold that state indefinitely. Section 4. What actually happens. AI will absolutely change work. Some roles will disappear, others will compress, while new ones will emerge. There will also be real risk. We should be clear-eyed about it. Just because a system will not stabilize into a permanent monolith doesn't mean the transition is safe. Even unstable systems can dominate for a time, and during that window, they can centralize power, suppress variation, and scale harm quickly. Thermodynamic instability only limits permanence, not the severity of impact. Bad actors don't need perfect systems or long-term control. They only need temporary asymmetry. A narrow advantage applied at the right moment can be enough to cause real damage via cyber attacks, destabilizing misinformation, financial manipulation, and oppressive surveillance. Yet, the same forces that allow temporary dominance are the ones that eventually break the system. So, you see, Skynet as a devouring AGI is a made-up boogeyman that cannot exist as the final form of intelligence. The structure fails before strategy matters. However, the danger is not that AI becomes unstoppable. The danger is that it becomes powerful faster than we can adapt. Here's the hard truth. We are both the risk and the only system capable of correcting it. Section 5. My reflection and way forward. The claims of AI dominance are overstated, and I see this at the ground level. See, I run a small business, an SME, and I'm not replacing my team with AI, I'm augmenting them. I'm filling in the gaps, I'm reducing friction, and I'm freeing up attention for the work that actually requires judgment. And I know I'm not the only one. A small business does not behave like monoliths. They adapt, they experiment, they stay slightly inefficient. And that inefficiency is not waste, it's optionality. It's why most innovation happens first at the small scale. It's why individuals drive progress, not big institutions. And this is the point that the doomers miss. Sure, AI can optimize large enterprises and governments, making many jobs obsolete. But here's the rub. That downsized talent doesn't just disappear. It reorganizes. Free to the prison of big techs, big business, and big institutions, it becomes the next wave of SMEs that out-innovate and outperform the very organizations that ejected them. There's a scary version of AI people imagine, a centralized stack, fully optimized, no inefficiency, and most horrifying, no humans required. However, in an open system like our lived reality, that's not stability, that's the precondition for collapse. The future is not decided by who builds the most powerful systems or the most biggest AI stack. It is decided by which systems remain capable of adapting when things inevitably change. If big businesses and institutions want to optimize by replacing their best talent with a machine, so be it. The free hand of the market will do what it always does and fill in the gaps the strategy creates. If you're paying attention, you can already see it in the small, quiet places where people are learning how to think with machines instead of worrying about being replaced by them. This is not the end, it's what comes next.